the new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com. You are listening to High Score 510, where real talk is our vernacular.
In the video, you can see Ian Machado Gary, a UFC fighter, sitting ringside at Escarati with his baby in hand. So how dare you guys say anything negative about who these MMA fighters are? They are family men with good values.
Oh man, they're just white boys who got beat up in high school.
Right.
He has an infant baby while sitting literally on the ring side.
On the ring. You're saying it like the ring is actually separated by the chain link fence usually. This is no ring here. This is a pit.
This is karate combate karate.
This is a cheap ass pit.
Nah, man, it look like a generic Kumite pit from Bloodsport.
Exactly.
What's good with you, man?
Nothing, man. Just packing up my shit for work right now.
Oh, yeah. What time you got to work?
Leaving about an hour.
Okay.
And strip club starting early tonight. So I got to go pick up my baby oil.
You said what club starting early tonight?
The strip club. I started stripping on the weekends.
Stripping been started in Africa. Long time ago. Long time ago.
California, man.
California home prices got me stripping on the weekends.
I mean, stripping on the weekend, big dog.
Yeah, Pedro's wife makes him strip for her every weekend, but that's a private show.
Bucket naked. You can see they public hair.
We're gonna let you. We're gonna talk a little bit about this NBA Finals a little bit today, so you get a chance to do your hype for Luka, your boy.
Sure. The Luka hype begins.
It started a while ago. I'm pro Luka. I take Luka over Trump. That's for sure.
Y'all hear about AB had to file for bankruptcy?
Who?
Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah.
I'm not surprised about anything that happened to him at all, good or bad.
How can you be surprised by that, Jared? I mean, think about it. Every time you see an AB video, he in a different country, a different state.
I'm just gonna say this.
Money don't grow on trees.
If he had just waited like one more day and then done everything to get cut,
more million.
He would have had
54. It was like 54.
No,
I think it was like he would have had another. He had another 40. It was like a $40 million signing bonus, something like that. I think.
And as a Raiders fan, I'm happy that we did not fall into that trap.
Man, he would have been paid, and then he could have done whatever fuckery he wanted to do after that. You know, just enough to not void the contract. He could have just got his money and been like, "Oh, yeah,
Grandma, I'm free.
I'm free, Grandma. I ain't got to worry about the white man's money no more.
Whole lot of money, got a whole lot of money.
I'm bankrupt, Grandma."
Now he's as free as can be.
He gonna be stripping on the weekends with Baylor.
Maybe some guitars.
No, we're not hiring right now.
You don't want a fit, a non-intelligible Negro to join the.
No, I already got a tag team partner.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Y'all be doing some aerial acrobatic slam stripping. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at YouTube, Instagram, and the Twitter. And we are here with...
This is AG3 coming at you faster than my own very own surprise to see how many white people cried. How many white people cried after the Trump conviction? I ain't seen white people cry like that after a court case since the OJ trial. I'm not lying.
All right. Well, Darius is here. Pork Bell, what's up, man? He said, quick joke in the chat. Hold on. What does the Dallas Stars, the Dallas Cowboys, and Jared have in common? What? They fucking suck. Shout out to the owner of the podcast, Darius. He left us with that gem that seems to be an insult at me.
Still checking in.
As long as he's checking in, I'm happy.
As long as he's insulting me, I'm happy. All right. Well, here's your soundbite, Aaron. This is why streamers are so important to our society and economy.
You catch a long life STD like AIDS? Aiden, do you know what that do for you?
What?
You don't know?
No, what does AIDS do for you?
AIDS is the best STD you can catch. All right? HIV in particular. Because when you get HIV, Aiden, you get government assistance, you get food stamps, you get a handicap sticker, you get free insurance, you get free tuition, you get all of this shit with just having HIV. And HIV don't even turn into AIDS anymore. Nigga, if you want a free money glitch, nigga, go out here and try to get AIDS.
Oh my God, man. Ignorance of the internet. The ignorance on the internet is I'm just God.
They should arrest that man.
Life hack alert, y'all. I do not endorse this life hack, but shout out to No Jumper Podcast for having great groundbreaking news. Jesus. And we are here with
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. There ain't no Captain P Funk and ain't no Pedro, whatever the hell y'all call my government name on the show that I told y'all to keep off this goddamn show. It ain't none of that. I'm tired.
All right. Well, here's the soundbite, Pedro. I don't think you tired of cheating.
This nigga here. Where did you find somebody that almost looked like me?
Come on.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been jumping from relationship to relationship. It's hard to stay loyal when you're too cute because every female wants me and I be cheating.
If he be cheating, I'm doing a horrible job. Man, this reminds me, this picture, Aaron, how come y'all didn't tell me I was one ugly looking nigga back in the 90s?
Come on, man. Come on.
I got some pictures my daughter sent me and my wife, and I understand why my wife cheated on me back then. I look just like this nigga right here.
Come on, bro.
Jesus, I was wondering why I was getting so much pussy in my later 30s.
And we're here with our special guest today, Mr.
I have trust issues from when Shawn Michaels stole that goddamn championship from Bret Hart. And fuck Vince McMahon, too. He a nasty boy. He was definitely at those Diddy parties. Thank you. Yes, sir. I'm still upset about what Shawn Michaels did to Bret Hart. I will never get over that. I have trust issues. I never cared if Santa Claus was real. Fuck him. I knew it was my mom this whole time. But Shawn Michaels, you're a dirty dog.
Fuck Shawn Michaels. And that's Baylor the Great. All right. Well, here's your soundbite, and I, you know what? It's actually serendipitous. It falls right in line with your wrestling reference.
It better not be second grade.
It's a legend of the game.
People say, New Jack, you ain't mad because you ain't never go to WWE? Fuck no. Because if we would have went, I'm going to tell you what you would have seen. You would have seen me and this nigga bent over like this.
Come on. Come on.
Taking it right up the ass. Let me explain something to y'all. And I'm shooting straight from the heart. When I came out of high school, I decided to be a dumb motherfucker, and I went straight to prison for 3 years. I didn't get butt fucked then, and I will not get butt fucked now.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna have to give us some booty.
How did you find stuff like
It's
that?
in my algorithm.
You can't even find that type of shit on the dark web.
Come on, exactly.
Shout out to New
Exactly.
Jack. R.I.P. Legend of the game of wrestling, man. Legend of the game. And my name is Jared, aka DJ Art, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jart. But my boy Dr. Umar Johnson with the real message.
Boy, here we go.
Man, he spitting facts, bro. This one spitting facts.
Chinese just came out last month, one of the top geneticists in China, who now stated that their first ancestor in China was an African, and every Chinese carries the DNA. The East Indians have already done this. Mexicans have done it. So you mean to tell me the people in the diaspora who look the most like the African American, you have nothing to do with Africa genetically. It's ridiculous, but we have to look at the mentality behind that. Nobody wants to be on a losing team.
True.
And until African people start winning globally, nobody wants to be a part of us. This is why you have Spanish-speaking Africans in the Caribbean who will call themselves Latino or Hispanic. They're Africans, but who wants to be part of a losing team? It's just like when you go throughout Africa, it's not, I still run across Africans who will tell you, I'm French, I'm British, you understand? Because nobody wants to be part of a losing team.
Yeah, it's been some deep knowledge right there.
Ain't that what I've been saying on the show forever?
No, you said something, you had a rule about some equator?
Yeah. Your thing had everything to do with the equator.
No, I said the Nigerians, anybody next to the Nigerians, the dark beliefs.
Oh my God.
In other news, this week, Donald Trump was found guilty on 34 counts, felony counts of business fraud and election manipulation or interference, mainly business fraud.
Can you tell me what that means?
What do you guys think about Donald Trump's conviction? Should he still run for president?
Can I give a shout out real quick to my boy Box Cab? He just said this. This nigga got 34 counts. He ain't gonna do a time in prison. My brother's in prison, and he's got to do a life sentence for petty crime because he's black. And he just talked about it on the phone. He said, "Did you see this? Trump got 34 counts, 34 felonies, and I'm in here doing an L." Oh boy, life we live. Boy, the white people that just fleeced everybody, and they stay fleecing everybody. It's time for Africa to rise up.
You can't even hold on to Harlem.
Like Dr. Umar Johnson said, man.
Exactly. It's time
Be part of the winning
up.
team.
It's win. That's time to win.
I never thought of it as being a losing team.
Well, back to Donald Trump and the importance that he represents of this winning team that keeps losing.
Yeah, how you a loser and keep winning?
Yeah, you keep losing and somehow winning.
Were you guys surprised by the verdict that he was found guilty on all 34 counts?
Yeah, no. I can't be surprised by what he found guilty of anymore. I'm more surprised when he's not finding guilty. Like, oh, he made it through a short case?
I thought they was going to hit him up for the, one or two counts for the money washing fraud. I didn't know they was going to find all 34. That's what I was surprised. I thought they was going to let the petty stuff go, so he'll have ammunition to use.
Yeah,
and his campaigning, but doesn't seem that way. I guess somebody's trying to frame him. I don't know who. Come on. The reason why this trial's being released. This should have happened in 2018.
Well, I think it was hard for them to do it right after his presidency, and so they had a lot of time to collect evidence and actually build a case.
No, they had the evidence. They should have had the evidence 2018.
No, but they had
to build the case.
They had to build the case. Michael Cohen also went to prison for some of these crimes.
Co-conspirators have been in prison. Every last one of them.
So I think they also probably had to wait for him to get out of prison. It's you don't want to call a guy from that kills your credibility in mid-trial. I think they were waiting on a lot of stuff because of the political climate, but this timing also, under reasonable circumstances, would be this is a reason for this person to potentially be disqualified from running. In 2016, he was talking about the whole Hillary Clinton email scandal and whether she should be able to run if she's on trial for some kind of crime, and that it would be a chaotic scene in our country if somebody who's being charged with these felonies is running for president or becomes president. So, this is be an interesting pivot to see how they reframe it, other than, I guess, Everything's
Man,
rigged.
you know
it's gonna be reframed.
It's a witch hunt. It's rigged. Did I mention that?
What's crazy is he's got a federal case and a Georgia case coming up.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
That's why black people vote for him. He said.
I got indicted for nothing, for something that is nothing. They were doing it because it's election interference. And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. But it possibly, I don't know, maybe there's something there.
That's why he's got my vote.
Oh, God.
He being done dirty by the judicial system, just like us.
Oh, by the way, that Georgia vote, those are all rednecks down there.
In other news, apparently Herschel Walker's sitting on about $4 million
This boy's
that he didn't
money.
spend after his Senate race, and he has no intention of giving it back or donating it to President Trump.
This boy out there stealing money.
Well, you gotta pay his light bill.
They called me a coon the other day, and people think that is a bad term. That's the guys I'm from the country. If you know anything about a coon, you're one of the smartest animals out there.
Hey man, he deserved at least $4 million for all that cooning he did during that race.
He did some hardcore cooning. He did do that.
Critical race theory.
People want to ask me all the time why I'm running. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of them wanting to teach CTR in school. Critical race theory. Can you tell me what that means?
He was hardcore out there, man. He was.
That's bad when it comes to that. When it comes down to critical race theory, we down bad.
Yeah, we losing on that one. We like Dallas Cowboys.
You know, they should give him a little extra money to engrave some of the things he said on his Heisman Trophy.
I just want to know where the Native Americans ran to.
Another big question, who is the guilty party? Should we start at the beginning where African Americans sold the African American ancestors into slavery and to a slave trader who eventually sold the African American ancestors to slave owners? The slave owners who had no success and no luck trying to make a Native American whose land they took become their slave because the Native American ran away.
I'm still trying to get an answer to that. Where did they run to?
It just ran.
That's why they weren't slaves. They were fast.
And the Native Americans ran. God, this nigga's.
I know it's just a set of Native Americans and Hispanics just sitting there like, bro, we tried to tell y'all a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon wrote all this shit. Yo, Shawn Michaels, when I
Come on.
all this shit was written by Vince. That's why he going down.
Oh my God. Vince wrote P. Diddy's arc.
He wrote all that.
P. Diddy arc was originally Booker T's.
Booker T was like, no.
The original Harlem Heat story arc.
Uh-huh.
Any final thoughts on our friend Trump, our dear friend Trump, and his prospects moving forward? Are you guys thinking it's gonna strengthen his cause as a presidential candidate, especially after sentencing will be on July 11th, 4 days before the Republican National Convention?
Man, the same people who voted for him are still gonna vote for him. Same people who weren't gonna vote for him still not gonna vote for him. I don't think none of that's gonna change anything.
And Joe Biden don't know what's going on right now.
Nah, he just knows. He in the back of the SUV. He sleep.
Oh, he sleep.
He's taking a nap.
They left him. They go ahead and park in the garage, leave him in there.
Joe Biden been taking a nap since 12:15 today.
He been taking him out since 2015.
Somebody get him into a home, please.
He over there looking worse than Jimmy Carter.
They stopping at Target right now for that Pedialyte water.
Man, he more lost than Bernie Sanders, several years older than him, and he Bernie Sanders.
Yo, where is Bernie set, man? I'm
voting for Cornel West.
Jimmy Carter look like he got more energy than Joe Biden right now.
We in a bad place, y'all. We in dark times.
It's a bad place. When you're a 99-year-old former president, you can't tell the difference between that and your president.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's like. We stuck in a world where our only two choices is, just really lacking in many critical areas, different from each other, but critical areas that would, I think, make us feel more positive about the future of our current presidential candidacy and, you know, potential future of presidents. Like these parties holding it up to where they're just putting in the people that everyone isn't excited about as a way to maintain control, then that's something we got to talk about as people. Let's get organized, y'all. It ain't going to be me who's going to organize it, but let's get organized.
I'm not going to be here. I am. I'm organizing my ass to Jamaica.
Got flights already booked.
As long as we don't have to stop in Atlanta first.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
Well, in other news, ladies and gentlemen, they got their woman. Southpark. Got another celebrity. Lizzo. And she blind streamed it or blind duetted it. And let's just say it was pretty hilarious, at least to me. Here's the video.
Guys, my worst fear has been actualized. I've been referenced in a South Park episode. I'm so scared. I'm gonna blind duet to it right now. Here we go.
I was telling you, Sheila, these new drugs are pretty amazing. I was feeling so ashamed of myself, watching Randy go out and exercise all the time and not eating as much. But I just don't have the same kind of willpower he has.
Which of the drugs are you on, Sharon? Ozempic, Mounjaro?
Oh no, I talked to my doctor. He said insurance would only pay for those if I had diabetes.
But if you can't afford them, then how are you managing your weight?
Don't you know, Sheila? Now there's a whole new obesity drug for those of us who can't afford Ozempic and Mounjaro. I've controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
It's Lizzo. FDA-approved Lizzo makes you feel good about your weight, and it costs 90% less than Ozempic.
I've lowered my standards and my expectations.
It's Lizzo. Case studies, 70% of patients on Lizzo no longer care how much they weigh.
I don't give two shits.
Lizzo helps you eat everything you want and keep physical activity to a minimum. Some patients report constipation while listening to Lizzo. Stop listening to Lizzo if you experience suicidal thoughts. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, hypothermia,
album
out your ears. Are you living with concerns of obesity?
Ask about the power of not giving a with Lizzo.
That's crazy. I just feel like, damn, I'm really that.
Okay, is that the message she got?
That's what she got from it. That's what she got from it.
At least she was a good sport about it, even though she missed the message. But yeah.
Nah, she was a good sport. I give her credit for being a good sport about it. That's what I appreciate about Lizzo. But hey, y'all gonna replace your Ozempic with Lizzo? You know, you ain't gotta use. You probably get both of them. One of them is prescribed for your diabetes, and the other one you can just get off the shelf.
Taking Lizzo's how you get diabetes.
In other news, who is the who is the best Power Ranger? Is my actual question.
Oh, it's always been the Green Ranger / White Ranger. What we doing this for? He whooped their ass in their own vehicle, one by one, and then changed his suit and said, "Y'all don't have to approve it. I'm going to approve of it, bitch." And he got a flute, the same flute that Andre 3000 got right now.
Come on,
he's in a Hey Ya outfit.
Yeah, the Blue Ranger is just like Beast from X-Men. All right, cancel him out. The Yellow and Pink Ranger, depending on which roster you go with, they can stay. The Black Ranger, he's winning now. But God, oh my God, that dance battle from back in the day that he had on that schoolyard, that sets him back a little bit. And then, you know, the Red Ranger, no. I never really fucked with Jason like that. And he reminds me of Shawn Michaels too.
AG3, who is the best Ranger to you?
You know, I'm gonna go with the Yellow Ranger. May she rest in peace.
Oh yeah,
the original American Yellow Ranger.
Was she Asian?
I don't know what she was, man.
She was Asian in the beginning, and she was black.
She was Asian. That's why Aaron liked her. All right.
I just know she was a Yellow Ranger, man. That's all I'm going off of. I mean, it's kind of racist they made the Asian on the Yellow Ranger.
That was wild. That was pretty racist.
Aaron was buying into all the stereotypes for that one, though.
Yeah, I thought that was racist to get all the damn colors they had.
That's an Aaron down his
the black guy, the Black Ranger, the Asian girl, the Yellow Ranger. Thank God they didn't have a Native American one. We knew they wasn't gonna do that because the red one had to be in charge.
Now they would call him the Clay Ranger.
Exactly.
Adobe Ranger.
But the only Ranger that get in his Ranger uniform and he still got a skin and some moccasins.
Oh shit!
Only thing that appear up on his feet is moccasins.
What PH Cap P Funk? Who is your best Ranger?
Didn't like none of them niggas. Thought they was corny.
Oh, they were corny then when we were growing up.
I couldn't get into the Power Rangers.
Well, right now, for me, I think it's got to be the Black Ranger because our good friend Walter E. Jones, who used to play the original Black Ranger, is going viral. He's throwing down his street cred.
He winning right now.
He winning big time as he has multiple sister wives, apparently.
and he went to a different barber, too.
Yeah, and man, his hairline is still looking crispy. Here's a picture of him in his beautiful, multicultural women's.
That's in a polyamorous relationship with these three beautiful women. This is the OG Black Ranger, and the man has never aged in 30 years. I mean, the man is crushing his role on and off the court. I mean, she's a star. She's also a star. I mean, I know they said once you go black, you never go back, but maybe we should change it to once you go Zach, you don't go back.
Yeah, so
I ain't mad at it.
I can't get mad at him right now.
Not mad at him one bit. So who cares what I say?
I mean, salute. The Green Ranger still whooped your ass, though.
Oh, brother got 3 baddies.
And he doing it without money. That's what you know. He's getting credit.
Yeah, and without the costume, apparently.
I'm not too sure if he ain't got money because them residuals go nationwide. He's getting residuals from Japan, China.
After a while, you get checks, Pedro. Like somebody was talking about this when they're on a sitcom, Falcon and one of those 80s dramas that came on, and it went pretty big. And they're like, yeah, you get paid for a while, and then like 20 years down the line, you still get checks, but because they'll be playing in other countries. But it's like you get a check like every couple of weeks. That'll be like $500, Bank of Portugal. So you still get some money, but I don't know if it's not like David Hasselhoff in Germany now.
He might be doing all right because that show is now kind of retro and vintage vibe.
But the thing is, those other countries redo Power Rangers, and they didn't redo the American. They had their own version.
They had their own, but.
They had too many. They had too many versions.
Yeah, it was a lot of them. So that's why I don't think he's getting a lot of money from it.
He getting enough to get all 3 of them.
I said he doing that with straight game. He ain't doing that with money.
I'm pretty sure he got game. You in Hollywood, you learn game. It's either the butt game or the woman game.
And he got a good hairline.
You better watch out. A couple of them Voltron niggas are still walking around.
Well, in sports news.
The look of the guy. Go ahead.
Oh, Jesus. God damn it. In sports news, the NBA Finals are set. The Boston Celtics struggled, scraped, fought, and clawed their way through a hard-earned Eastern Conference to make the finals.
I love that.
The Dallas Mavericks cruised off nobody making Luka Doncic play defense whatsoever into the finals. What do you guys think about this finals matchup, and who is a key player that's gonna make their imprint in their team winning the finals?
I think Kyrie and Luka is going to show up regardless, but they aren't going to be the reason that they're going to actually win. It's the supporting cast is going to have to step up and help apply pressure on Boston's role players. I don't like anything about Boston. Nothing about Boston. I don't like their colors. I don't like the word. I don't like the letters that they use. I don't like the people that stay around the arena. I like Jason Tatum. There's certain players that I like, but I can never, and I mean ever under any circumstances, root for Boston.
The C's.
So Luka has separated himself. He actually did this a couple of years ago from Trey Young, so we could just dead that talk now. And I think if Kyrie wins his second title and possibly a Finals MVP, he might be bumping over some cats. I don't think he'll sniff Magic. Stay away from that. Curry is solidified, but I think we started talking about the Isaiah Thomases of the world.
I think he'll be right there with them, but I don't know if I can put him past. Isaiah was like, he led those teams. If Kyrie wins these two, he was great and he was factored in and he was a baller. He held his own, but he wasn't what Isaiah was to those Pistons.
I get it, and I get that he did it too.
And I hate those Pistons teams.
But that be my point though, because as
they
much
put him right in that air.
As much as we want to say, well, Kyrie is not really built to lead a team by himself as the number one option. Jordan's still not getting that 6 for 6 without Scotty. So we're talking about the importance of that second great player.
I think I'll put Kyrie top 5 if he was to win it, and especially, and I know he's gonna have a big impact. Let's say he hit a couple game winners. I put him maybe. Who I haven't passing up? People like Chris Paul.
Hey, let's just say Chris Paul is not even in the top 10 of point guards. Okay, we got to stop this.
I'm fine with that. Hey, I'm fine with that. That's not a hot take. That's a great take.
He's right behind Bobby Sura.
I hate that we gave him the name that people call him Point God. I'm like,
I don't know who started that. I have no idea.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, he's not in the top 10. But I like the matchup overall. I'm still surprised that that Dallas was able to cruise past Minnesota like that. But I don't
think Minnesota was ready. I think
Minnesota. Yeah,
they were built perfectly to play Denver. I don't think they were ready to step up and whereas Dallas is ready to step up and take that next step to the championship. Minnesota wasn't ready.
Yeah, I think that's true. And I think also we were fooled into thinking that Cat and Gobert had maybe turned some kind of corner. And they proved that that's why they are who they are, is they played like dog shit.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let him off the hook.
And and the coach of the Wolves is a fucking idiot. So, I'm pissed off at that guy. You have McDaniel standing in the corner all the time. Yeah, he can get his shots, but you never make Luka move on defense. If you don't make Luka work on defense, he just gets to focus on offense. What's the thing that makes Luka so dangerous? Oh yeah, his offense. What's one thing that you might question? Maybe how in shape he is and the fact that the more minutes he plays, he gets little nagging injuries, but he doesn't ever seem to miss too much time, but he gets nagging things. Make that motherfucker work. That's how you can beat him. If you let him just do what he wants to do and save his energy and put it where he wants to, he's an elite player and he's going to make y'all look bad. And then you got Kyrie that can, buoy them through the game, man. Anyways, all I'm saying
it's a chess match because
it's not really a chess match. Say, hey, who Luka guarding? Set a screen on Anthony Edwards.
That's true. They did a bad job because every time you had a screen set and Luka was on Anthony, the idiots of Minnesota would go set another pick, and I'm like, that's not where you want to set a pick. We saw the years of especially when the year that Kyrie and LeBron beat the Warriors, you saw them hunting Steph Curry. Hunting him, right? Whoever he guards.
They made Steph play defense.
They made him play D. But the Minnesota didn't do that for Luka. I agree with Jerry. I was watching the games and I'm like, okay, they got the matchup they want. Here we go, fourth quarter. And then someone else to come set a pick. Then I'm like, why the hell is he coming to set a pick on Luka, bringing a better defender?
But Jerry, there's not too many guards in the league today. I could probably count maybe less than 5 guards I could actually, and one of them play for Boston right now, that can actually play defense full length of the court.
No, yes, I agree.
So there's not. So when you ask for them to play that type of defense, you asking a lot with these generational players. Luka doesn't need no screens, bro. One-on-one.
I'm saying it for defense.
When he's on defense, I'm talking about Luka. You got to make Luka play deep.
When he was on defense, it was a bad coaching job by Minnesota.
I saw so many times where he's just standing off the guy in the corner, and then they penetrate. He just help over a little bit, or they throw it to the corner. He'd run out of him.
I'm just saying, no, it's nothing. Luka did nothing wrong. I'm saying that Minnesota coach didn't know how to attack Luka on defense.
But you still gotta give him a credit for getting them near though. Maybe it's just a learning curve, but that will only be determined of what Minnesota does in the near future.
Well, yeah, but
Minnesota about to- they about to
Gobert
be
is
in
going
trouble.
Gobert. Gobert
Well, they-
doesn't know how to play defense.
Forget about how
Gobert,
they play.
You got to get rid of Gobert.
The problem is they're in trouble because they about to reach that apron, the second apron this year after this year.
Well, they got to sign Cat, right? Cat needs a deal.
No, Cat has another year. They got to sign Anthony Edwards.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
And that's the problem. That's gonna be a problem. They're already gonna be at the second apron. That takes them to the last. They're not gonna have no money.
Trade Gobert to the Warriors.
This is when you start losing people like Nas Reed.
No, they will use it. They could use him though.
This is when you lose Nas Reed, McDaniels. You lose people like this because of this reason.
McDaniels.
Yeah, I was disappointed, and I wanted to see them be able to beat Dallas, but Dallas showed like Luka's got a few years of playoff experience now. Kyrie's got a lot of playoff experience. They got good young role players that are all kind of filling their role, and they can play off two guys who can basically kind of coordinate the offense. Luka also, did a good job of not holding the ball to the last of the shot clock as much. Like there was much more diversity in them kind of getting those.
Don't have to hold it that much. Got another cat that could
so
help him.
I think that's something that Luka showed, because even in some of the series before, he was kind of holding the ball, doing this thing where he tries to look for it until 3 seconds left and then just flings it out to somebody who has to take a bad shot. And that's how they lost to the Warriors a couple seasons ago when the Warriors went on their run. And that was a different team. This team is much more balanced and has players that can fit certain roles that play off of Kyrie and Luka. So I think Dallas has a really good chance. Honestly, I think Dallas wins this series in 6.
What does this say about Tatum, though?
I think, well, here's how Boston beats Dallas. Boston beats Dallas by being all on Luka, basically not allowing him to flow. Let Kyrie get his, but you really just try and deny Luka as much as possible. Then on top of that, you have to attack Luka on defense, and they have a
couple solid defenders.
That's Drew Holiday.
They have to attack Luka on defense. They have to get switches where Luka has to guard, make him guard, make him work.
If Boston
and maybe you get him in foul trouble. If you get Luka in foul trouble, that affects his ability to impact the game.
Definitely.
If you have him tired at the end of the game and it's that shot he put up against Gobert because he didn't play defense all game, he had it. It was all good.
I'm glad you said that, Jared. This is why Boston's going to lose, because they shoot too many goddamn threes.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing: it's like you have your Porzingis, you have your Horford, so you have guys that are going to stretch the defense. It's going to pull Gafford and Lively out. So then it's at that point, like if you hit some threes or whatever, you're playing that perimeter, you got to start attacking.
Who's
Hopefully,
who's the voice of that locker room right now?
I think.
I hope it's Drew Holiday.
I think
Drew Holiday.
I think Drew Holiday has a lead, but I think they're looking to Tatum and Brown to kind of be the guys. But I think Drew Holiday is kind of steering the ship. He's kind of letting them shine, but everyone listens to Drew Holiday.
The reason why I asked that question is because Boston has been either in the Eastern Conference or in the finals within the past, 7 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
What does this do for Jason Tatum, though?
Well, Jason Tatum
if he doesn't win it?
Yeah.
If he doesn't.
It's going to put him in that Buffalo Bills territory. Just kidding. No, he's still young. He's still so young, though. So
he is.
That's a lot of experience, though.
It is.
That's a lot.
It is. It's a lot of experience, and I think that's where it's interesting, because you got two teams that have some experience at the star level. One has won a title and been to a couple finals. The other two guys have been to a couple finals now. And a lot of that core on Boston has been to the finals. So this is not new to them as a team. It's not even just the stars. So I think Boston has the edge in that respect. But if Dallas can, if they don't make Luka work on defense and Dallas can kind of do what they want to do, I think that they can make life really difficult for Boston.
I roll with Jason Tatum, but after you've had actually three solid head coaches, and even your roster changing a bit, losing one key guy on defense, but gaining a better one, in my eyes, if you don't win at this point, we got to start pointing the finger at you.
Yeah, no, he needs to.
I've already pointed the finger at him, because look what Jaylen Brown is doing this season. He's doing a lot of scoring, inside of the key. That's where Jason Tatum needs to take his game. Jason Tatum is still slashing to the basket. He's always trying to get all the way to the basket, or he's looking for a sidestep three. That seems like it's his game.
Is that his game though, P?
No, his game is the shooting. His game is shooting, but the thing is like he's good enough to attack
Edwards. You see what Anthony Edwards is doing? He attacks every spot of the floor. He can get you from 3. He can, or when he's consistent, like he was
when he's actually
consistent
taking shots. Anthony Edwards didn't really.
Anthony Edwards killed all stereotypes about basketball in general. He already came out and said he never really watched basketball like that, didn't really care for it, and he's already technically in the top 5 right now.
Current players, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Current players, yeah, not all. Hell no, not all the time. He got a lot to do. That commercial was hilarious.
Shout out to Anthony Edwards. Come on our show. We'd love to talk to you about your basketball, development and growth.
Bring your ass.
Come on. Well, who you guys got in the finals? I guess that'll be mine.
Not Boston. Fuck Boston.
I think Dallas gonna win it.
And Shawn Michaels.
I think Dallas is going to win it on coaching alone. I
think Dallas gonna win it. I think
Dallas in 6.
Win it. Dallas in 6. I think Boston. This is one of those years where I feel like, they say iron sharpens iron. I just feel like for Boston, they had no test this year. Everyone they played. This is probably the easiest trip to the finals I've seen any team.
They fell into the final. Look, they had problems. They literally should have beat the Pacers by 20 each game.
Yeah. They should have. And they should have beat them, especially once Halliburton
went down. And they didn't do that. That's Joe Mazzulla. Like Perkins said. He said, boy, you put Mazzulla's brain in the bird, and the bird probably jump up and fly backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know why he don't like Mazzulla. I mean, he don't like
it's easy to see why he don't like Mazzulla.
Not like that though. I was like, man, he just back them.
What's the format? 2-2-1-1 2-2-1-1
2-2-1-1-1-1. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went back to the 2-2-1-1-1.
Because that 2-3-2 was crazy.
Yeah,
that would leave it. That would leave you open to anything can happen.
Boston should be favored, and for good reason. I just feel like the way Dallas is playing. Aaron was talking to me about how their team is built, and I was kind of looking at it a little closer, and I was like, it's got good diversity, and you got guys who are playing really well and feeding off each other, like feeding the guys, not trying to do too much on their own. Like Kyrie's supremely talented, Luka's supremely talented. They can get their shot whenever they want, but they're starting to incorporate and get those other guys easier looks, and it's just making it that much harder for teams to defend them. And so doing that, and these guys kind of making some of their shots or getting their finishes around the hoop, especially with the lobs, it's like, you're gonna really test Porzingis coming off calf injury. You're gonna really test Al Horford, who's older and don't really got it like that the same way as he used to, but still serviceable. But I just think Dallas got this. But I could also see Boston hitting their shots, and if they start hitting their shots, and they got to start jumping out of every 3, and then they start attacking, like just keeping them off balance, I could see Boston running away with some games against Dallas for sure, like some blowouts. I think Dallas will win close games. If it's blowouts, Boston's usually going to probably be the favorite in those ones.
All right, so pick y'all finals MVP. I got Kyrie.
I hope it's Kyrie. Shout out to Kyrie. Sponsorship. Come on our show.
I would like to see Kyrie, but I think it's going to be Luka.
I think it's going to be Luka by default. Like if they both have the same stats or around the same stats, they're going to give it to Luka because what Kyrie said about Jewish people.
You think it's going to be the whole Steph and KD thing where they both had a bad game in the finals, but Steph had the worst bad game?
No, I think if Kyrie hits a couple game winners to add with him just doing what he does, then that would be it. But they're gonna Luka's gonna get the first shot at taking game winners. But Kyrie is also like a really good option if you trying to close games.
Aaron, I really want to know though, where does this really put Kyrie though? Because this is like a weird kind of spot for a second option point guard with a first option mentality.
Yeah, he's a high second option too. Like you said, it's the Scottie Pippen second option, right? It's when Kobe, before he became Kobe, well, he was always Kobe, but it's Kobe Shaq, right? Where it's almost it's 1A more than it is number 2. Right? It's 1B than it is number 2. Like I said, man, I got him right. If he does this, and I like the way Kyrie been playing, and it's not all said and done, but I can see him trying to think, man. I'm trying to think about other.
Do you think with 2 rings of Finals MVP that he still needs like personal stat accolades to pass Isaiah?
You know what I think he would need to pass Isaiah he would need to take on a team and kind of just, because don't forget, Kyrie before LeBron got there didn't make the playoffs.
14 games out.
3 straight years. Yeah, 3 straight years, no playoffs. Two of those years, the worst team and had the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I mean that's where we get Anthony Bennett and Andrew Wiggins.
Anthony Bennett was so good. I love that.
and then you got the Kyrie Boston. He gets hurt. They go and they run with the young Tatum and Brown, and they make the Eastern Conference Finals. Then he comes back the next year, plays, and they get knocked out early. People, Kyrie, because of him being Kyrie, people can always hold that against him, right? Those things, the New Jersey debacle, right? But that was a lot of outside stuff, outside of the court. He always done it on the court when he's on the court. So, I mean, I still got him a little behind Isaiah, maybe. And I'm trying to think of what other point guards when you think of all-time point guards, right?
We talking about the coach that he plays for.
Oh, J. Kidd? Oh, I got him ahead of J. Kidd.
Gary Payton?
Oh, easily ahead of Payton. I got Payton. I don't know, Payton in my top 10.
John Stockton?
He's in my top 10. I can see him maybe passing John Stockton. I can see that definitely he would pass John Stockton. Like you said, he might be interested in that. He in that top 5 easily. Pass John Stockton. If he win this one, pass Stockton. If he wins a MVP, pass Stockton.
In other news, the MLB announced that they will be incorporating the Negro Leagues into their historical statistical record.
Oh no, they didn't announce they announced that years ago. It went through this.
It went through because somebody said so.
It was set up for a certain day that it will kick in, and it kicked in.
It kicked in, and now
it's over.
We got Negroes that only played against Negroes playing it, having their stats and considerations next to the beautiful white men who only played against other beautiful white men. Is this a good thing for baseball, or do these darkies need to go back to where they came from?
Come on, man. This is a good thing for voting time. You know what I mean? So, I think there's a lot of white folks in Texas and Alabama pissed off right now. A couple of folks in Tennessee as well.
And Shawn Michaels.
And definitely Shawn Michaels. Hey, Shawn Michaels, when you come to LA, you got to check in. And I don't even believe in checking in, but you got to check in. But no, I mean, obviously it's a good thing overall because you're incorporating our stats that we provided, you know what I'm saying, a while ago. So yeah, I mean, it sucks that we keep getting invited to the party as if the party's almost over. You know what I mean? So
well, here's the big stats that change. Now, career batting average, which was once Ty Cobb's 367, is now Josh Gibson with 372.
Cracker ass, cracker.
And then another dude named Turkey Sterinis at 348. And Oscar Charleston jumped in at 3rd place. Career slugging percentage, Babe Ruth was at 690. Now Josh Gibson at 718.
Babe Ruth was one of us, though, ain't he?
Cracker ass, cracker.
That's what I heard.
He might have been on that Drake remedy.
Career on base percentage is still owned by Ted Williams, but Josh Gibson moved into 3rd. Career OPS, Josh Gibson. Single season batting average, Josh Gibson, followed by Charlie Chino Smith.
I bet you he got slanty eyes.
That's a cold
name. Like Dr. Umar
That's a cold name, ain't it?
The Chinese.
Charlie Chino Smith. You know
that's a dope. Yeah, that's a dope dealer name.
He had that back in 1894.
But he got a lot of pussy.
1929. 1929. Yeah, he was getting that. He probably was getting it by wearing leather bottom shoes and suspenders. Charlie Chino Smith. Hey, he's joined up there. That became like a top 6. Single season slugging percentage, Josh Gibson. Charlie Chino Smith's in 4th. Barry Bonds still owns the top 2 single season on base percentage, followed by Josh Gibson.
Is there a star next to that?
Nope, no star. I ain't got no stars next to mine, man. If they ain't putting no stars next to Kurt Schilling, then I ain't putting no star next to Barry Bonds.
Oh, Kurt Schilling had that jelly in his sock.
Man, Kurt Schilling had everything.
He had some of that Smuckers that you get from Denny's with your toast.
He had that Smuckers jelly in his sock. He had all that other stuff pumping through his veins.
Are they going to bring back the jerseys then?
I would love for them to bring out the jerseys, man.
Yeah, those throwback jerseys would be tight. I might buy one.
Jackie Robinson now has 1,500 career hits. Willie Mays' career hits went up too because of his time spent in the Negro League.
Shout out to Willie Mays.
There are some people who are very upset about the Negroes being included in the historical record of MLB now.
Happen to be the same color as chalk.
We're talking about some straight ballers here, man. We talking about, but here's the crazy thing: you seeing all these names, and they were playing against each other. So obviously, it was a talented league. And here's another thing: baseball included another league from back in the day, and no one complained about that. There was another league that stats got included. I forgot which league it was.
Yeah, no, somebody commented on a video I saw saying only 6% of the 2023 opening day rosters, 58 out of 945 roster players of the MLB were Black Americans. Of course, the top players in the Negro League would have thrived in the MLB, but you can't just make a blanket statement that the Negro Leagues were as good as the MLB. And there's a lot of that going around. And I just have to say to that, STFU, because 2023 is a very small percent of black players. Black people saving baseball has been a historical thing. There's been a lot of black baseball players. And the beautiful white man in all his infinite wisdom said, great other Negro sports that they will leave our beautiful white game alone, like football and basketball. So now representation of black players is at an all-time low. So yeah, of course, this stupid person gonna say some stupid shit like that. But STFU. Paul Hembo had this to say about whether or not we should incorporate black players or Negro League players into the historical record and feel confident about it.
There is no question that the Negro Leagues were equivalent to the American and National Leagues. I'm going to read for you a short list. Jackie Robinson, Roy Campanella, Willie Mays, Don Newcomb, Henry Aaron, Ernie Banks, Frank Robinson, Maury Wills. What do they all have in common?
I think we all know what they all have in common, yeah.
From 1949 to 1962, 11 of the 14 MVPs in the National League were black. If the best players in the world at that point were black in the Negro Leagues, they became the best players in the world in the National League, right? So there's no obvious reason to believe that the best players in the Negro Leagues wouldn't be the best ones in the major leagues, because we see it here. Thus, there's no reason to believe that the average ones wouldn't also have been average. But we can go further. All right, we have 50 years of exhibition data, during which point the Negro Leagues playing Major League Baseball teams in exhibitions were 33 games above 500. There is no question that the level of play in the Negro Leagues, based upon the players that transferred, if you will, or the players at the time that the Negro Leagues basically ceased to be, and Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, were great immediately in the big leagues, but also the fact that we have more than 500 games of data with the teams actually playing each other. So if you don't believe the Negro Leagues were equivalent to that of the American and National Leagues, it is a deeply ahistorical opinion to have.
Yeah, and that nigga owe me $5.
That's true. I heard Rob Parker talk about that this week. How like it was like 14 out of 17 after integration were black, and it was the National League. The only reason it wasn't in the American League because the American League was slow to integrate. The American League actually had the slowest league. Other than who was the slowest national? Oh, the Phillies. So the last three teams to integrate were Phillies, Yankees, and I believe Boston, which we shouldn't be surprised. Red Sox, right? They're the last three. But the American League was slow to integrate. Like the Phillies was like one of the last National League team to integrate. The National League was integrating. Once the Dodgers did it, then you had the Giants and everybody was just rushing. It was like a race for arms where the American League was still trying to stay white. And that's the reason why you had, like you said, the best players were playing in the Negro Leagues. I don't hate to say it. I love saying it. I hate to rain on people's parade. The best players are playing in the Negro League. Babe Ruth never faced a Latin player. He never faced a black player. He never faced a player that was equal to his. That fat dude didn't have that much athletic ability, right? Even Ty Cobb called him a fat boy with no athletic ability. That's all he said. Ty Cobb once said how the fence was fucking 3 feet tall, the left field fence, and the right field fence in Yankee Stadium. He's like, how could he not? And I also want to say this: a lot of Babe Ruth home runs, balls that hit the ground and then bounced over, considered home runs back then. There were no ground rule doubles.
Yeah, and that nigga owe me $5.
Well, yeah, I think to re-empower ourselves as black people, we need to stop calling it the Negro League, because that's the white man's term for us. That was the man placing his term on us to denature us from our roots. And according to what Dr. Umar Johnson was saying, I think we should call it the African Diaspora Baseball League. We call it that, and then we part of the winning team, and we reframe how we see ourselves. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. African Diaspora League was definitely equal to, if not better, in many regards, than the Major League Baseball. League. Yeah. There's something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, the other thing that gets me though is that the people that are pushing back against it, it's like, I get it if it's one thing if the Negro Leagues were created out of like, oh, we don't want to play with with the white players. We want to like, if we were excluding white people and we were creating our own exclusionary league because we wanted to. Everything that the Black League or the Negro League or the African Diaspora League did was because of the actual laws that didn't allow them to play with the white players. They didn't allow them a fair chance to participate in that game. They were held out due to the decidings of the white people. We can look into why they didn't want them playing with them. Maybe it's because they knew they weren't going to be as good, or that it would, have their beautiful white wives and white daughters looking at their beautiful mandingos playing on that ball diamond.
Oh, sure. It starts with buses. But next, they will want to integrate schools and restaurants. And before you know, some nigga will want to integrate the sweet pink nether regions of your white wife, or your white daughter, or your dear sweet white grandmother.
Oh, I don't know. There's different reasons. I don't think either of those two examples were far out of reach of what the man and the institutions were thinking to keep them in the Negro League or the African Diaspora Leagues. So shout out to African Diaspora Leagues, also previously known as the Negro Leagues. Y'all did your thing, and you did it despite the fact that you were excluded and held out. And now these motherfuckers got to reconcile the fact that, hey, why weren't they integrated in the first place? That's a you problem. Figure that shit out, and don't try and continue to stifle progress and people being acknowledged for things that they did, despite your ancestors, exclusion and being active inhibitors of such shit.
It was like Jackie Robinson won in 1949, right? Mm-hmm. And then it was a white guy the year after. And then it was Roy Campanella, then the white guy. Then it's a streak of black guys. Roy Campanella, Willie Mays, Roy Campanella, Don Newcomb. He won as a pitcher. Hank Aaron, Ernie Banks. And then the white guy, then Frank Robinson, then Murray Wells. They was just dominating MVP, man.
Yeah, that's tight, though. And some of these Negro League players also came into the MLB and balled when they were like late into their career. It's not even like they were like in their prime, physical prime necessarily.
Yes. A lot of them then, and then Ken Boyer, and then Willie, they were a white guy, but then Willie Mays, and then Roberto Clemente, then Orlando. Then you started having the African Diaspora Latins, Orlando Cepeda, and then Bob Gibson and Willie McCovey. I mean, they were just dominating the MVP award, man.
Yeah.
Dominating.
Yeah, shout out to African Diaspora Leagues sponsorship. Come on our show. In other news, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. The fight scheduled for July 20-something in Texas Stadium has been postponed due to a freak ulcer flare-up that Mike Tyson had last week on a plane.
Happens on a plane, man, on the plane.
The soon-to-be 58-year-old was shocked at the fact that his body don't work as good as it used to. What do you guys think about the postponement of the fight?
I'm happy I'm not going to have to see it.
Just like all old people, he would he have a thyroid, arthritis?
He had an ulcer flare-up on a flight last week, and
well, I thought weed was supposed to take care of that. I thought the weed was that magic drug that's supposed to keep your glands and everything from inflaming.
I don't know if they help with ulcers. Well, they can help maybe with some pain. I don't know, maybe ingestible version to help.
So he got carted out. I thought that was kind of like I thought it was a joke at first. I thought he was just trying to hurry up to the airport, like people use that trick.
Mm-hmm.
They use their senior trick or whatever. But I didn't know he had ulcer flare-up. I didn't read the story. I guess I'm old on it.
This fight was scheduled for July 20th, and now will be postponed, and they will announce by June 7th the new fight date. So, doctors recommended he not train for a couple weeks or a few weeks. So that's going to kick back his training and work up to the camp. So it just makes sense that they would postpone for a little bit. Yeah. Do you think this helps Mike Tyson's chances of winning?
Come on, man. Was there going to be a winning? Was there going to be real stats, Cap?
His pocketbooks was probably going to win. It still will if they have the fight. You got a dude who's about to be 58 fighting a 27-year-old. What could go wrong? and ulcer.
An ulcer knocked him out, man. That's what happened. I don't know why they're trying to fight. There should be
gonna
rules
bad
against being
case
able
of-
to fight.
You can get a bad case of gout in one of his big toes. You're like, oh, I can't.
It's gonna be like Della Reese.
Oh, now you're gonna shoot me in my pinky toe.
In other boxing news, Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, you got to show this.
Oh, poor Deontay
It's time for
Wilder.
him to pack it up. Pick a new profession. It's over, bro.
Deontay Wilder, still not known for his head movement, fought one of them big ape-looking niggas that happened to be from China. So they must be from Africa, like Umar said. Happened to get knocked the fuck out. Here's a video.
Come on, man. He was over there talking to somebody.
He's trying to get up. He's trying to get up.
Making this count, son. 9. This fight is finished.
Oh, and the ref calls it. He stood up, but the ref said, "You ain't ready."
He stood up and he asked the ref, "Where's the bucket of Twizzlers?"
No, he ordered it. Look, after this punch, he ordered a Caesar salad right here. That's the third part. He turned and ordered a Caesar salad, like Martin said. He turned and said, "Give me a Caesar salad."
A cup to the side of the
Give me
head.
a bucket of fries, 2 chitlins, and a bowl of sunflower seeds.
Yeah, he got clipped with a short right on the bridge of his nose, and then turned completely away from his opponent and put his arm out like he was trying to talk to the ref about, you know what I'm saying?
making sure his Grubhub was on the right.
Did you turn the stove off?
Him too was trying to
train by.
Did
you see who the Chinese guy was trained by? Look at his corner.
Oh, his whole corner is brothers.
All brothers. So they know the art. They know the sweet science. They train them. See, that's the problem with Deontay Wilder. He doesn't know the sweet science.
Deontay Wilder was showing off the head movement with this training video.
That fuck him up. It looked like the machine my wife uses after I sleep with her.
Come on.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Oh, Jesus, Pedro. There is a post. It looks like a Swiffer broomstick or something like that. One of the use handles, and they instead of it being a handle on the back or a mop on the end, they just put it looks to be a half of a boxing glove, and they just jab it at him, and it looks like he's dancing.
You can order one of those off of Amazon right now.
He went to
Just
T-Mobile
look at
for his
homeboy
training
in the
gear.
back, though. That's what you got to
The
look
brother
at.
standing there like, what kind of bullshit is this dude doing? And Deontay got swiftly knocked out, sadly.
Our boxing expertise.
Our boxing expert is here. Geechee, you're here with
What's happening?
You're here with Baylor the Great, Captain P-Funk, and AG3. But did you see the Deontay Wilder KO?
Did I see it? And my man spun around, like, looked at his corner and was giving him life lessons. Was like, man, don't play with matches. And just like, fail.
It was a rough one for Deontay Wilder as he's knocked out. Yeah, so is this the end?
The mighty have fallen.
Is this the end? Should he retire and just call it a day, or does he need to keep going to prove something?
I just call it a day. At this point, I can see that next knockout. He's gonna be up there like Roy Jones on the ground. Just I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good.
He was hollering, I'm good. He couldn't even move his legs. I'm
Exactly.
good. I'm good. They propping you up and you yelling, I'm good. I'm good. Here, please find me that one. Please find me that one.
Let's see if I can find it.
Or find the one where he was laying there for 4 days. that cracked me up. He did not move.
Yeah, where they already the other guy in the back of the locker room, he was all showered, and Roy Jones
This nigga was still in the ring.
Still in the
I was
ring.
like, come on, man.
Man, only people that was
Roy Jones went through the ropes.
Nah.
No, that's not that one. That's not that one. He got chin checked in the middle of the ring by that boxer. It may have been what's his name? They knocked him out. What's his name?
Tarver.
Tony? It was Tarver. Okay.
It was Antonio Tarver.
No, that's who it was. Antonio Tarver knocked him, chin checked him right in the middle of the ring, and he laid there.
No, one that chin checked him. I forgot his last name was Johnson or something, dude.
Oh, I thought it was Tarver.
No, Tarver got him against the ropes, but the dude that they slept him in the middle of the ring. I want to say his last name was like Johnson or something. He was like Glenn Johnson. That's the dude. Look him up. Glenn Johnson. That was the dude that slept Jones in the middle of the ring. Something cold.
Look up Glenn Jones, Jarrett, when you get a chance. No, Glenn Johnson versus Roy Jones.
Here, I think this is
Go
it.
to the 6-minute mark. Oh, this is the other one. Yeah, this I'm good one. Play the sound, Jared. I don't have no sound. Come on.
Wide open. Wide open.
Вот и все.
Oh my God.
Here it comes.
Какая печальная концовка.
He's saying I'm good and they trying to revive him.
Dude, they had to turn him over. He couldn't even turn himself over.
I'm good. The part is that when he was on his face, it looked like his legs were starting to try to move like he was trying to walk.
Yeah.
You on your face, player. Well, let's get to Cuddy Corner shoutouts. Cuddy Corner shoutouts is the segment in the show where everyone gets a chance to rank, complain, or highlight something positive in the world. Cuddy Corner shoutouts. Cuddy Corner shoutouts.
It's time.
We're burning now. God, if you let it in, hell, so cold and bleeding now. I'm in for it, man. Gonna let you down. He had sex with my mama. We're broken people now. I just said I need a bacchiana.
Aaron, do you have a Cuddy Corner shoutout?
I do. I'm putting a message in the chat, Jared. I would like you to go to the 37th second mark. My Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to Tommy Pham. If anybody don't know, I've always had a good spot and a fandom for Tommy Pham. He's a baseball player.
He's a black person saving baseball.
He is. He's half Vietnamese, half black. And he has a twin sister who is pretty good looking. But that's beside the point. The point is, I always liked him. He always played hard. He's one of those guys that bounce around, utility. He's always ready. He also, Tommy Pham, if you don't know Tommy Pham, he seems to get into things during the off season. Like during season, he's fine. He's the guy known for punching one of Jared's favorite players. The guy that used to play for the Dodgers, who has the brother that's a special needs brother. What's his name, Jared?
Jock Peterson.
He was known for punching Jock Peterson over a fantasy football. Like something that happened. What did Jock Peterson do? Said something to him or something?
It was over fantasy football.
It was over fantasy football, like pickup or something, and he punched him a whole season later in the dugout, right?
Oh, it was in the outfield during warmups.
On the outfield during warmups. Tommy Pham is one of those people. He's also known for having. I remember seeing this picture of him, and he's holding his back, and he's bleeding through his back because he got stabbed outside a club in San Diego.
He got in a fight.
He got in a fight. Tommy Pham is the nicest guy, but somehow just gets into it. And this is my Cuddy Corner shout out. I like you, Tommy Pham. Keep it up. Jared, please play the video and you'll see why.
Talking about this video?
That is not it.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
That's really loud.
Man, what is that crap, man? That is not the video.
That wasn't it. Sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. Hold on. Here we go.
That was really loud and it was really gay.
Made no sense.
Here's Tommy Pham.
Just to let you know background, Tommy Pham, he was on third base. There was a tag up. He went in, slid into the catcher. He got blocked, got tagged out. Catcher started talking crap. Tommy Pham they asked him about it. What happened when the team had to hold him back? Here it is.
I'll never start anything, but I'll be prepared to finish it. There's a reason why, I do all kinds of fighting in the off season, because I'm prepared to fuck somebody up. So you can take it as what it is.
And there
Shout
it
out. Tommy Pham, come on our show.
And that's what I'm saying. I prepared to fuck somebody up. Tommy Pham has the right attitude.
Yeah. And he would have been a star in the African Diaspora League.
I respect it.
Pedro, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Real short. Shout out to people still buying $80,000 trucks, going to the grocery store, in there blowing up on them. Shout out Toyota. Good job. Told y'all niggas to stop buying a turbo V6.
That's a new from A to B, huh? A to boom.
A to boom. Exactly.
A to boom.
Look at the recall. Look it up. Google. Recall
engines are blowing up. Yeah, it's not good. That's a surprise for Toyota.
Exactly. Tried to follow Ford. Why would you follow somebody that don't do shit right?
That might be a double entendre.
Baylor. Do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Yeah, my shout out goes to Drake. Man, look, your fan base is phenomenal. You have so much evidence around you for being a little sneaky little guy, right? And then you follow through with doing a follow-up video with Sexy Red. You even said all that information that K-Dot had was planted, and we knew that was a lie. Yet and still, your fan base said you won. Shout out to you for being Mr. Untouchable, but Mr. Touchy at the same time.
He's an A minor.
Jesus. That was corny, Jared.
What? He likes minors, and he's an A minor because there's no black keys in an A minor. That's why. He got him on multiple levels. So
exactly.
Yeah. Fuck Drake. Shout out to Drake sponsorship. Come on our show. But also, who gives a fuck? Kendrick, come on our show. We'd love to talk to you about some more metaphors and similes.
We lost our Twitter feed, Jared, and other things because of you talking bad about Drake. You need to.
Well, that's okay. Fuck Drake and his stans who defend him when I call him High Yellow Eddie Munster because he looked like that.
He did look like High Yellow. That was hilarious.
Yeah. See, they're trying to censor my, our sense of humor and our comedy. It's fucked up. Anyways, I should have waited a couple more years before the whole. Elon Musk thing. I can say whatever I want. All right. Geechee, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
I do. My Cuddy Corner shout out is to all these Negroes out here who call themselves content creators who put out these videos and say nothing on it, just pointing at the screen, thinking that they dropping knowledge for someone else's video. Stop it.
It's like, yeah, man, I'm putting you on something. You got to listen here without saying that or anything. It's not really content creation as much as it is content appropriation,
Like I said, here.
It'd be like this.
Somebody else's whole ass video that they actually wrote, narrated.
Wish I would have thought of
clipped up.
See, long time ago, I said that.
To me, that's cyber plagiarism.
Exactly. I said that a long time ago on Facebook when they were when people start sharing other people's affirmation. I'm like, what happened to Facebook? Y'all niggas used to speak your own mind, and then y'all start sharing everybody else's thoughts.
Hey, y'all. Hey, appreciate y'all having me. I pulled up to work. I got to pick up Biden from the nursery.
Gotta give him his pills before he go to bed again.
Get him his pills, player.
Hey, P-Folk, it's gonna be all right, bro. It's gonna be all right, man. Let's just make it week by week. Let's just make it week by week.
Do me a favor. Keep them San Francisco and them New York videos away from me.
I'll keep them coming during the regular internet. All right,
Bill.
Take it easy. We'll holler at you later, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Hey, make that money tonight too. Shake what your mama gave you.
Come on.
Hey, make that money. Don't let it make you.
And don't go home with no fat women.
My Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to brothers that set the culture back. A lot of loud noise, loud cars driving by. But brothers that unfortunately set the culture back, and it happens all too often, especially on my algorithms of irregular internet. But yeah, this week, a brother who was trying to fit in showed that he can't fit in one of the most hilariously embarrassing ways possible. Wheel of Fortune. Some Negro don't know how to spell, but got some funny punchlines. Here's what happened. It's the final puzzle And this is what he guessed.
Tavares. Right in the butt?
What?
No. Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it.
And the beautiful white woman takes it at the end.
What did he say again?
He said right in the butt.
Ain't even enough letters to spell right.
Maybe he's thinking about the Scottish right.
Like, come on, man.
Oh my God, the face he made afterwards made it a little bit more fun and enjoyable. But the guess was just, stupid. Negro, stupid. Why would you do that? Look at his face right there. Look at his face.
He got that syndrome Pedro was talking about.
He's dark skinned and needs attention.
Anyways, we gotta do better. We all have our moments, y'all. We all have our moments. We gotta persevere, and gotta make sure we stay above the fray and not be, tokenized and manipulated and used or, underrepresented. So yeah, continue to fight. And shout out to my boy Cornel West. I think I might vote for him this off season because he's calling it for what it is. We got a 34 felon criminal Republican running for president. And we got genocide enabling president that's currently probably will be brought up on war crimes because you're not allowed to fund a genocide. Now, legally, they're going to try and call it a military operation instead of what it is, military action. Anyways, yeah, we got to do better. But anyways, this brother was hilarious. Let's do better. Let's do better. And that is our show, my friends. That is our show. Y'all want to see more irregular internet as I talk about doing better for our people? And other irregular internet, I found this clip this week, straight up Pedro's DVD collection, in a regular episode of Touched by an Angel.
Touched by an Angel, the P. Diddy story?
Nope.
In that moment, I realized everything. I was human, and I was going to die.
Come on, get us away! Wait, hold on.
Oh God, oh Father, please, please, I'm so afraid. Oh dear God in heaven, I'm so afraid. Please, please, make me white again. Please, no, please, don't. No.
Relax, lady. Seen a nigger woman come through here?
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey,
sorry if I scared you.
CBS.
I'm on my way to work, bro.
That man came through there sounding like Drake.
No. Hey, look, fuck the rest of the show. The rest of the show was good. Now we're here. This motherfucker ran behind the tree and said, "Make me white."
Pray, white Jesus.
She prayed to white Jesus for a miracle.
Whatever meteor that's supposed to hit us, speed that shit up, okay? Yo, send me. Hey, when this show is, I'm going to work, bro. Hey, that's ridiculous. I ain't never seen no shit like. Is that on Hallmark?
To be Hallmark.
Hey, dude, I bet money there was not one black person on that set that day.
Nope.
They gave all the black people a day off that day.
Yeah.
We gotta shoot a special scene.
Go
black
back.
people got a day off.
Hey, I want you to go back. Was the white lady that she? Never mind.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
I want you to go back to her losing a shoe.
Yes.
That was a man's shoe. That was like a size 13.
I don't know where the shoe came from. I think she fell onto it. maybe.
Yes, she was in blackface.
She was in blackface.
That's what I thought. I was just like, either the makeup is that good, or a black woman in blackface.
Y'all give Robert Downey Jr. all that flack. No.
But here's the thing: the cast that was chasing her didn't pick up on why is she breathing so hard too.
And why is she wearing exactly what the woman, the ninja woman, we was chasing?
She obviously got scared by the other woman too.
He's like, I'm looking for a ninja.
This is one of those scandals that's going to come up after he has already served his first term as president. I guarantee.
Wow. He was like, hey man, that naysayer must have came through and scared this white woman too.
That happened this week. Also, this one chip challenge happened.
Okay. She gonna eat the whole thing. Just have my money baby, okay? I got you, look. That's all I'm ready. In hand, 35 buckles. Look, y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Let me get ready.
I gotta see this. She a beast. Hold on.
What's so hot about?
Oh, it ain't hot? Mm-mm. All right, let me see. Oh, in the middle of the challenge? In the middle of the challenge?
Goddamn San Francisco. Get you hometown.
What's going on, man?
Baby, you don't go there hot. Come on, that way.
It's too hot? You see? Hold on, no, look, hold on. Now listen.
Man, it's all messed up, Jared, man. People messed up in this world, dude.
Yeah, what my man Bailey said, go ahead and bring that media. Just bring the media. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Let's go, man. I hope it breaks. I hope
the police chasing somebody right across and he somehow get away.
These folks say he ready to
Get you what happened to your hometown.
He said he ready to go. I'm ready to go with you, bro.
Hey man, I hope they can't. I hope they can't drill into the meteor like they did on
Armageddon.
I hope they can't land the spaceship. I hope they mess all that up and just smack right in the middle of Earth. I'm sick of this place.
I promise you, I've been listening to y'all for a long time, bro. If he is fed up, if P-Funk is fed up, bro, it's time to go.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. Let's go.
That nigga said enough is enough, bro.
This is crazy. You got a crime going on, and they taking advantage of a disability, a woman with disability, across the street, all at the same time.
The crate challenge and one chip challenge were what they did to take advantage of disabled people and drug addicts.
Oh, I can't.
I need the listeners to know. Look, go back to all the shows and listen to P-Funk's content, and then come back to this. And this is where he drew the line.
Jared, come on, man.
Jared.
This is where he drew the line. P-Funk has the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. He said, "Today is the day, bro." Enough of this shit.
Hey, yo, man, you brought it up, man. I'm just trying to be on that asteroid with y'all.
That nigga said, "You know what, man? That might not be that bad now."
Shit.
Oh man,
we got a criminal president. We got a dead president. We got a criminal president.
We are down bad. Our current president is still asleep.
He in the back sleep.